what we've done is that we've done the reverse of it. So we see what people see our projects as, and I want to show you 10 projects documented by people who are using them. There's this place called Social in Nehru Place, but 6 years back we had done, and we're just trying to document a perspective of our end user and how do they perceive a space. And I would always be humbled to see how people actually see us rather than we want to showcase ourselves. So this exercise, we went back to the drawing board and picked up photographs from Instagram to see actually, we had designed something 5 years back, 4 years back, to see content that is available showcasing our project, not through our eyes, but their eyes. Hi, I'm Abhigyan. I run a studio called Chrome in Delhi, and surprisingly, we are 10 years old. So our exercise was to see that how do people look at our work rather than how do we want to show it. So over time, we realized that we design for people. We are in the realm of hospitality, so we design a lot of restaurants, cinemas, public spaces. And we're taking this opportunity to go back and see how people look at our projects as. So typically, architects hire very good photographers to document their work. What we've done is that we've done the reverse of it. So we see what people see our projects as, and I want to show you 10 projects documented by people who are using them, whom I don't know. We've ripped off from Instagram. So there are these videos I need to play every second click. So this is a beach club in Goa. It's called Mayan, and we found this off Instagram that how they perceive our projects as. So it's an 8,000 square feet kick-ass beach club, which probably is right bang on the sea. So you get splashes of sun, and this is what people actually document our work as. So what they see is not just architecture, they see food, table ware, and a vibe. So that's what we've done in Goa. Probably when I designed the project, it was from a different perspective. After years, then you get to see different perspective of how people have then adapted to the space. And we actually go back and suggest changes that, okay, fine, this is not working, let's try and do this. So that's an architectural photography, and that's a natural photography. So that's how the space is in Goa. There's this place called Social in Nehru Place, but 6 years back we had done, and we're just trying to document a perspective of our end user and how do they perceive a space. And probably not the best quality of video, but it's great to see conception of design and what comes out after 5 years, how do people see the design and how do spaces grow. So this is how people are using the space that we've done. There's a lot of fun stuff that we've done, but it's all about, so that's how we perceived it. We've designed a restaurant on a staircase. We've done these Ferris wheels, so you defy gravity and sit in a restaurant and drink, so you can actually rotate while having a drink. So that's what we've done. So it might not be the most beautiful project, but we believe in experiences. So it's a one-off experience. So that's another project. This is Diona in Jaipur. It's a massive 35,000 rooftop of a studio apartment building. And they host fashion shows inside the space. So that's the quality of space. We've done some fun lighting elements also for Satish. And that's more like an architectural photography of the project when we had started it. This is in Houston, Texas. So we've manufactured a project in India and planted it in US. So everything from arches, woodwork, millwork, toilets, mirror work, everything is made in India. It's a labor of love. It took us about 4.5 years to build it. 2 years was production, and 1 year was setting things up, and 1 year was planning. And that's how the space is. This is a 20,000 square feet restaurant in Houston. And whatever you see from the lights from this Sheesh Mahal, this was manufactured in Jaipur, put together, broken, numbered, and then again engineered back in US. So that's the bar. And I love seeing my spaces with people because they make a space. I mean, it's not what we think will look nice. It's the people who create the space. So they are equally important. So that's a photography of the Sheesh Mahal, probably of a corridor that we had done. Without people, it's very boring. I mean, that's not what we would like to do. Very recent project, it's called Qavalli in Aero City. A small space, 2,200 square feet. And we had hand-painted a ceiling. So that's our perception, that's people's perception, how they see the space. A lot of documentation, restaurant owners also do to promote the space. So this is designed around Qavalli as an act. That's the kind of space that we have done. And we are basically backgrounds. So when I see movies also, I see a lot of my projects. So I recognize backgrounds, but we would love to be in a realm of backgrounds, and the foreground are the people who use it. So these are lots of rips of different people shooting the space and what they see. So everyone notices the ceiling. And probably in this case, we had designed a ceiling which was completely hand-painted, like a rug. So the entire ceiling is hand-painted by a single artist. And people notice and appreciate it. Another cute small cafe, 1,200 square feet in Delhi, called Cafe del Flora. And our work is extensively documented by people, so we don't need to do anything. And they are people who promote it. So a lot of time magazines reject that your work is not magazine worthy, but we don't care because people click photograph, they upload it, and people find us through this medium of digital footprint. And that's what people shoot. That's how people experience or shoot our spaces. I'll skip it. That's probably a photo shoot, and that was how people see it. Again, another project in Guwahati, rooftop bar. Some things we've also never thought that, imagined that space would be used like that in a space like Guwahati. Probably this video is not working. That's the vibe of the property. This is in Bombay, BKC. We've done a restaurant called Amazonia. This has been extensively used for people just to enter and click a photograph. So they've now started, I think, taking 3,000 rupees to come inside. So the restaurant has got lines of people waiting just to click a photograph and then come out. That's probably the opening party. And that's like a photo shoot of our project that we had done. So and if you have noticed over the past 6 projects or 5 projects, nothing is similar. I mean, there's no style. There's nothing that whom we stand for. Probably the wit is what we are looking for in every project. This is one of the biggest projects in India in terms of a restaurant. It's a 1 lakh square foot restaurant, and we built it ground up, so architecture plus interiors, everything. So we've crafted it's like a Disneyland for adults who want to enjoy alcohol. And there again, there is a lot of scope of improvement that we see when we see it through other people's eye. That's the space. There's a big lake inside, and it's crafted around a water body. That's Oya in Bangalore. This is another new one, probably opened 1 week back. It's called Harajuko. It's a Japanese restaurant in Gurugram. And a lot of times I get to see very different perspectives. So we do fun stuff like a robot turning around. So whatever work that we put out is also meant to be shot. So we like that people experience the space, they jump into a ball pit. We've done a ball pit here. We have that's our lighting that we've done. So you can actually jump into a ball pit and click a photograph. So that's how the space looks like. So that's the space. It's a sushi trail bar. And that's it. So yeah, so I've just shown a few of our work that we've done in the past few years. And I would always be humbled to see how people actually see us rather than we want to showcase ourselves. So this exercise, we went back to the drawing board and picked up photographs from Instagram to see actually, we had designed something 5 years back, 4 years back, to see content that is available showcasing our project, not through our eyes, but their eyes. Thank you.